sun from the rain to the crop. Agrics the happy, don't make it stop. Agrics the key, yeah, that's the truth. Ghana's youth, make that move. Plant those seeds.
So that's the song, Ghana Grows. Ghana Grows Change Makers are in the studio once again to share the amazing stories of young people doing awesome things in the ATVEt agriculture side of things. The Ghana Grows Change Makers is an initiative of MasterCard Foundation. They are partnering Springboard Roadshow Foundation and Limehouse. And as Ghana continues its push for increased youth participation in agric and ATVEt, initiatives like this one aim to change the negative mindsets young people have about agriculture, agribusiness, technical and vocational skills, and its extended value chain. It targets young women, men, and persons with disabilities between 15 and 35. And I have two of such in the studio. One of them is Gifty Ansah. She's the CEO of Pristine Foods. And then Enoch Ajay is the account manager for Limehouse. Lady, gentlemen, good morning to you. Good to have you in the studio.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great. I'm going to start with Enoch, and then you let me know who I have in the studio. Last week you brought a German,
Zina Amini from Skin Gourmet.
Yes, Skin Gourmet. Today, who have you come with?
Okay, so today we are here with Gifty Ansah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the CEO of Pristine Foods.
Right. How did you get to know her? How did she get in contact with your outfit?
You know, we at Ghana Grows, we seek to inspire youth, women, and then men between the ages of 18 and 35 who we think that we can inspire to discover opportunities in agriculture, agribusiness, and in technical and vocational skills sector. So Gifty fell on our radar because we saw that she's doing something very wonderful that only few people have even discovered such opportunity. So we thought what we do at Ghana Grows, why not also throw the spotlight on her, let Ghanaians get to know that there are a lot of opportunities in the agri value chain.
So Gifty, tell us about yourself and what you do. Who are you?
Okay, so I'm Gifty Ansah.
Right.
I'm a Christian, a wife, a mother, and an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Yes. I had my undergraduate studies in Legon, sociology and Spanish, and I had my master's in UCC. It was an MSc in Angel Studies and Management. Okay.
So thereafter, what were you doing and how did you get into this?
Okay, so between 2010, 2021, I was in the auto parts business.
You mean spare parts?
I mean spare parts in Abusoka.
You are doing spare parts?
In Abusoka.
Were you doing control board or you are doing the exhaust?
Oh, so I'm mostly doing head gaskets, door handles, air filters. I know. A lot of people get surprised, even my Chinese partners. I mean, when I started, young lady, they're like, first you are very young and then you are a lady. It doesn't.
What's the connection here? How did you get into that?
So an uncle introduced me.
Okay.
I never thought I would ever.
I know a lot of the people in Abusokai are Kwewus. If your uncle is
I am
one,
not Kwewu.
Where are you from?
I am Guan from the Eastern region.
So your uncle linked you?
Yes.
And you did that for how long?
I'm still doing it actually.
Oh, you've not stopped?
I've not stopped.
No, you love money.
It's good to be financially comfortable, no?
Right, makes sense. I get it. So you did this and you are still doing it?
Yes,
but
I'm
at
still
what point?
doing it. So my new baby is Pristine Foods.
Okay.
You know, with the unstable forex situation in Ghana, and you know, auto parts is heavily dependent on foreign exchange. So I was praying and hoping for something more homegrown.
Okay.
And the Holy Spirit inspired me to venture into food processing.
Okay.
Particularly ready-made spring roll wrappers.
Ready-made spring roll wrappers.
Yeah. Now I know it's a novel idea, but mostly in Europe and in North America and places like that, there are ready-made spring roll wrappers. So it's the flour bits of spring rolls. When you buy spring rolls, it's made up of the shell or the wrapper, then the filling. So you have beans, you have sausages as the filling. So Pristine Foods makes the spring roll wrappers on the wrappers. Yes.
So if someone like me, I buy this, you brought some, right?
I brought a sample, yes.
So this is refrigerated?
Yes, it has to be frozen.
Okay, so it's frozen. I like the packaging too. Was it made here? The
packaging was designed in Ghana.
It can be made here.
Yes. It was designed in Ghana.
It can be made here. So spring roll wrappers.
Yeah.
This is nice. So if I pick this from the shop,
yes.
what would I do? I can eat it or what?
No, you pick this from the shop. You thaw it. You add your filling of choice. So if you want to add macaroni, if you want to add wele, if you want to have abobitabi spring rolls,
wele and spring rolls.
Yeah, you add your that's the flexibility. Ready abobitabi.
Charlie, don't do this. You can't do this. How do I add abobitabi to this?
The point is
the filling is
the
what
filling
I want.
of choice.
Right.
Filling of choice.
Right.
So whatever you want to add to it, you prior to Pristine Foods making our ready-made spring roll wrappers, the ones on the Ghanaian market were imported from Lebanon and some Asian countries.
Right.
So if you go to high-end supermarkets like the Max Mart, the Koalas, you see the imported ones. So this is the first of its kind that is locally manufactured.
Right. And this is linked to AgriLove. I want us to establish that and paint a stronger picture for people who are listening to have their understanding of the value chain. How do you get what you have? Okay. What's the connection to AgriLove?
Okay. So our ready-made spring roll wrappers are made from flour. So wheat flour.
Okay.
Wheat flour. So yes, there's a direct link. And we also have filled spring rolls.
What's that?
The filled already made. They're already filled spring rolls. They're frozen spring rolls.
Right.
Yes, we also sell those. So the agribusiness value chain is a vast one.
Right.
Okay, it's a vast one. Apart from the farmers that we all know when we talk of AgriLove, you have the food processors.
Right.
You have the transporters. So my product is a frozen food product.
Right.
Someone goes into cold chain transportation.
It's part of the value chain.
Exactly. Cold chain storage. The chain is quite vast and opportunities are endless.
So here I'm seeing that professionals who even have something going on can still get on board the AgriLove value chain and push it that
way. Exactly. There are a lot of opportunities in the agri value chain, as she said. So people have the perception that AgriLove is basically for the uneducated one, those who didn't go to school. No, we have a lot of opportunity in the value chain, from the farmer to the transporter to the processor to the designer who designed the packaging. Just as you see this one, very nicely designed by Limehouse. You can see that this
Limehouse
did that. So a lot of opportunity, and that is what MasterCard Foundation in partnership with Springboard Brochure and Limehouse we are doing to throw more light that. Go into it, just study the system, study the terrain, look at what you can do as far as the value chain is concerned, and create an opportunity for yourself.
Okay, so Gifty, tell me about some of the challenges too. We want to have a holistic picture.
So there were quite a lot of challenges, especially at the initial stages. The fear of the unknown. So our ready-made spring roll wrappers, like I said, is the first of its kind. I only knew about the product. I hadn't seen or used the product. So I set up a facility without knowing whether or not this would work.
Okay.
The first time I saw ready-made spring roll wrappers was the first time I manufactured some in my facility.
I see.
Yes. So it's the fear of the unknown.
Right.
I mean, I'm making this huge investment. How will it turn out? Will it work?
Will people buy?
But now we are in all Maxmart shops in Accra. We are in about 10 Melcom shops. We have a number of restaurants ordering every month. We have caterers, individual home users. So the fear of the unknown, and I mean, it's understandable. It's understandable because the economy is not too conducive for young people, because how much money does the average young person have to go into this kind of
this must be capital intensive?
It is. But I was privileged because I was already in business.
No, I
had a privilege.
Money. I get it. So how did your collaboration with the Ghana Grows Change Makers program help you venture into this and set up more comfortably?
Okay, so I had already started this when their program started, when the Ghana Grows program started, and I had the opportunity of selling to them. I think it was one of their events. Yes, that was how I got to know of the program.
Okay.
Yes.
So how can more people get in touch with you so that they can have Gifty's kind of story where they have their products on shelves all across supermarkets and shops all over the country?
So at Ghana Grows, our doors are always open to all youth, especially persons with disability. People think that once you have a disability, it means that you can't do anything. No, we are saying that your disability doesn't mean inability. Just come to Ghana. You can call us on 0308 255 755 0308 255 755.
So when we call you, say, oh, Caleb said I should call you.
Yes, just call. When you call, just mention Caleb's name. Just say you are talking to, you want Ghana Grows, you want to venture into agri-business, and we are there for you. Or you can also dial our short code, star 718 star 50 hash. Star 718 star 50 hash, and then you just follow the prompt. Also on social media, we have on Instagram, we have Springboard Ghana Grows. Springboard Ghana Grows. On all other social media platforms, we have Ghana Grows.
That's
on
exciting.
X, on Facebook, we have Ghana Grows.
That's exciting. So, Gifty, what would be your advice to young people, especially women, who are out there who think agric is for old people? And the value, they don't even look at the value chain, which is most importantly what we are trying to highlight here. What are some of the opportunities you have seen that people can take advantage of?
Oh, I think the most important thing is to take the first step.
Okay.
You take the first step. You see, we are capable of much more than we give ourselves credit for. If we set our minds to things, you can get much more done. So there are opportunities in the processing space. You process raw materials, you make them more shelf stable. I think some of the innovators, we have some people making gari out of plantain. I don't know if Enoch.
Yes.
Yeah, some of the innovators making gari out of plantain and making teas with turkey berry.
Exactly. Making ice cream with plantain. Yes.
The innovation.
Yes, turkey berry tea. Yeah.
Turkey berry tea. The innovation is mind-boggling. The Ghanaian youth really has what it takes. So, like I said, we are capable of much more than we give ourselves credit for. We just have to set our minds to it, and we have to strive for excellence.
So we should take the first step.
Yes.
Would you say this has been rewarding for you personally?
Oh, it has been. It has been. It has been very rewarding. It has been very rewarding because like I said, when I was starting out, I wasn't too sure of how things would go. But here we are. We are in all Maximat shops. We are in Melcom. We are in 10 Melcom shops in Accra. I think that the future is bright. I think the future is bright.
I'm happy to hear this. Enoch, give us your final words.
Well, as I said, Ghana Grows, our door is open to anyone who wants to learn or get knowledge about the agri-business. Also, currently, the team is at Koforidua School of the Deaf.
Koforidua School of the Deaf?
Yes, currently. As we said, we've opened our doors to anybody, especially persons with disability. We are not being discriminatory. In this case, inclusivity is what we look for. That is why we're targeting young men as well as persons with disabilities. Currently, the team is there trying to educate these people, trying to create opportunity for them to also benefit from this whole program that we're doing.
Wonderful. Enoch J, Account Manager, Limehouse, thank you so much. And then, of course, Gifty Ansah, CEO of Pristine Foods, thank you so much for passing through. Any final words? Where can we find your products? And if we want to call you, want to try some of your stuff for the weekend, where should we find you?
So our contact number is 020 752 2019 020 752 2019. Our social media handles Pristine Foods GH on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. We also have a website, pristinefoodsghana.com. And you can find our products in 10 Melcom shops in Accra and all Maximat shops in Accra.
Wonderful. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
Gifty Ansah, CEO of Pristine Foods, and then of course Enoch J, Account Manager, Limehouse. Thank you so much for passing through, for inspiring us to look into agric and the value chain there is. City Breakfast Show. A quarter to the top of the hour. We'll take a very quick break. When we are back, there is more.
Ghana youth, it's time to rise. Embrace and quick reach for the skies. From the soil to the sun, from the rains to the crop. And the happy, don't